Welcome to part 2 of the Enid Review of the Year 2016. In part 1, we followed the band hurtling through their primary to-do list during the months of January through to June. Complete the first leg of the UK Dust Tour, make the Someone Shall Rise music video, release the Dust album, tour Japan, get Robert and Jason to Germany to write new music, and rehearse for the In the Region of the Summer Stars 40th anniversary. The to-do list for the next 6 months was pretty simple. We'd booked a short UK club tour. Set 1 with vocals from Joe. Set 2 would be to perform in the region. After that, we'd book some more theatre dates for a second leg of the Dust Tour. In the meantime, the band would work on new material. In the wake of Joe's depression, the band put together a set of instrumental greatest hits. Joe was ordered to rest, and we hoped that he'd be well enough to carry on with the second Dust Tour in the autumn. It was the beginning of a protracted period of unrest and uncertainty back at HQ. In all honesty, it was a joy to get back on the road again.
Hey. Hey. Oh, I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to say.
Thank you everyone for a wonderful evening in Band on the Wall in Manchester. Thanks for coming down.
Hi, so we just wanted to thank everybody that came to the gig at Band on the Wall last night. Made it really special, and we're really looking forward to another great night tonight.
Thank God, a sensible spokesperson. Where are we playing, Dom?
We're playing Talking Heads, the Talking Heads in Southampton. So you best come down or there'll be trouble.
Perhaps not. And this is where I was pulled up over the parapet. I was asked by the band to join them for the encore of Dark Hydraulic to beef up the sound a bit. By July, Joe had begun to recover, but realised coming back would be detrimental to his health. He told us he was going to leave the band, and though we completely respected his decision, it was a devastating blow. Once again, the Enid would have to redefine itself. It was impossible to consider making a like-for-like replacement. Instead, we experimented with songs a cappella.
We lost that first bit.
Yeah,
Me too.
bit of accent for young vocality. Be assured that it'll be alright.
Together. close to my heart, part of my soul.
Having trouble finishing that. There's one bit I noticed at the end of
Just need to take it.
Focus.
Is that?
Green Ford Focus.
That's me, yes.
You blocked in the pub.
Blocked in the pub?
We finished the club tour and then, coinciding with Robert's 69th birthday, it was time for the annual Enidi convention. It was a great day, though Joe's presence was greatly missed. Naturally, everyone asked how Joe was and when he'd be returning. We were yet to make an official announcement. The following weekend, on the hottest day of the year, we'd play our biggest show at the New Day Festival. So to recap on the plans for the second half of the year, we were no closer to writing any new material, and touring Dust without Joe would be an impossible undertaking. The club tour had gone down so well with the fans, we decided to extend it into the autumn, using some of the theatres we'd already booked for the second Dust shows, adding some further club dates. Fate, it seemed, had other ideas. Dave Story, who had been in and out of the band since the 1970s, was due to retire at the end of the year. However, he'd been on the waiting list for a hip operation, already postponed in May and rescheduled for the week after the New Day Festival, which meant he would not be recuperated in time for the start of the tour in September. We cancelled the first show in Cambridge, knowing he'd be ready for the second gig in Bristol. However, the operation was postponed once again for another couple of weeks. There was the risk he may not be back up to match strength for the Bristol show, which would be another financial disaster we simply couldn't afford. This was during the same week that we'd made a formal announcement that Joe had left the band.
I personally wish Joe well, and I hope that he can find the happiness and the success that we were unable to provide for him here. We did try. And I think that, it's one of those things. It's a blameless thing. No one is to blame for this. There is nobody you can point a finger at and say they fucked it up, and if it wasn't for that, everything would have been great. It wasn't that sort of thing at all. It was just one of those things which had to be tried. It was tried, and it didn't work.
And to complete the bad news rule of 3, after a long period of soul-searching, Max Reed announced that he wanted to step down. He no longer wanted to lead the band into the next phase, whatever that was going to be. Thankfully, he agreed to complete the next tour, and he continues to support the band on a daily basis. Dom Tofield's sudden promotion to drums left a gaping void in the percussion and keyboard department. Who on earth would be mad enough to step in at such short notice?
What's the notes? This is
So off we went on the road again. Each gig was a highly charged emotional affair. On the final night of the tour, the rescheduled gig in Leicester, Joe came to watch us play. After a long period of uncertainty, it was time for the band to plan their next phase. The Enid would downsize to a three-piece of Dom, Jason and Zach. This was a radical shift not just in personnel, but in sound and image. Dom took the helm in creating a darker, edgier set of images on the band's website and social media, and was the driving force in the initial recording of Resurgence, the band's reimagining of key songs from the Journey's End trilogy.
The Enid is more like a house, an old house, and there's new tenants now. And they will obviously have to put up with the ghosts that inhabit that old home. And, it's past. But there will always be a band, the Enid, so long as there are people who want to do it.
Lovely, yeah, cool.
Done. We're done.
That's another one. Another one bites the dust.
Fucking sweet.
So all we've got left to do from these ones are Witch Hunt and Terra Firma, and them are on the big boys.
Yeah.
So we should do one of the other two tomorrow.
Hi.
I know that means you've got to be in the studio, but I think
That's right. Oh, isn't it? It's good. It's good doing shit.
we'll see what happens tonight. If I'm feeling up for it tonight, I might do some more recording, but I want to do some artwork now because, yeah, I need to get on with that. I need to start the next piece because the first one's pretty much done. And
tree log.
The logos for all the things of the Enidi are had a change of heart about them yesterday and decided they're going to be really grungy and quite difficult to. There's going to be a little bit. You can see a little bit what they are, but I want them to be a little bit more
black metal.
No, well, not black metal, no, but like dystopian, really.
Spiky trees.
I want them to look I want them to look more like maybe some graffiti of some kind, and I don't want it to be in some nice polished thing. It's boring. I want it to look a little bit like, oh, what the hell is that supposed to be? And I know I've done it. If that's what people say, what's that meant to be? I'm like, well, be part of the club. You'll know what it means. If you don't know what it means, be part of the club. If you don't be part of the club, you won't know what it means.
While the new Enid, or if you will, Threnid, prepared to ring in the new era, there was one last hurrah left in the old, at the Electric Dreams Festival. Dom and Jason gave their first press conference, where they discussed the Enid present and future, and were asked some extremely odd questions.
Can you believe when in our interview the guy asked us if we were a cult?
Oh really?
Yeah. He said, "Are we a cult and does Robert dictate how we live our lives?" I'm like, wow, that's not quite how it is.
Yeah, that's funny how we just came out with that one.
Yeah, I was a bit taken back by that. I was like, I want to say no.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's quite well known. Well, I used to write for the NME and that.
Who was it?
Nicki
Minaj. I just said that.
That's right, it's Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj's dad.
You can have a guitar turned up so we actually fucking do it.
Don't be so silly.
And by crikey, we went for broke that night.
This is for Warner.
So Duncan, this is the end of an era. Aron, and you as well.
It's the end of my era. My era has hereby ended.
May I just say, on camera, it's been a privilege to serve with you gentlemen.
Fuck off.
Thank you.
I mean, likewise.
Cheers. Cheers with your Fanta.
Cheers.
Break it up so the seagulls don't get.
In summing up 2016, we had aims, we had objectives. We made a promise that
any expectation you might have of us is going to be met and exceeded, we promise you.
I can't answer whether the Enid met and exceeded your expectations, but I think I can say with some certainty, we definitely defied them.
There will always be a band, really, and so long as there are people who want to do it.
Thanks for watching. and keep an eye out for some new documentaries appearing here, exclusively on Needy TV, very soon.